kind of universal, but I guess we'll see. I'll leave it up for like a couple minutes and we'll see if we get someone in here within the first couple of minutes. If not, I'll switch to my normal prompt when the viewer count gets higher. So. Thank you. I'm so good at thinking of prompts. JK, it takes me like 2 weeks to come up with a different prompt. But this is the new one that we have. So, yuck. But how's everyone doing? I'm doing great. I love just like, guys, going to school and living on campus and like actually like knowing that you're working towards a goal of like graduation, it's kind of a W. Like knowing that I don't have to apply to get into my like major anymore, amazing. F STEM. F STEM. The fact that you have to apply to get into your specific major for undergraduate, stupid, dumb, not demure. It's not. It's very dumb. So I'm tired of that. I'm very glad that like I'm just enjoying school a lot more this time around. So it's been great. But anyways, if you believe that false accusations are objectively more harmful than sexual violence, you know, come on up and we can have a chit chat about it. If you just think that like false accusations actually matter to begin with, we can also chit chat about that. So let a girlie know. But dang it, Tyler, I really thought opposition came into the box and you're not opposition. I know, who in their right mind would oppose this? Literally no clue. Unless you are opposition, Tyler. Are you opposition? Because I'd be kind of scared if you were opposition. You're 50-50 op? I'll let you up to explain yourself because I like you, Tyler, and I don't want this to be the end of us. So what's up? Why do you 50-50?
It's not gonna be the end of us. First of all, I do agree. Rape is a lot more harmful than false accusations, but false accusations do cause damage to a point. Like, there's people that have their lives ruined and everything based on false accusations.
So, wait, sorry, I'm so sorry. Can you say that again? I was totally just like listening to everything that you said and nothing processed in my brain. So I'm so sorry. Can you say that
It's
again?
okay. It's okay. So first of all, I fully agree. Grape is a lot more harmful. It does a lot more damage than false accusations. But at the same time, false accusations do cause a lot of damage and a lot of harm. There are plenty of people that have been falsely accused that have had their lives ruined. They've been tossed out of their families. They've lost their jobs, their livelihoods over false accusations. So, yes, false accusations do matter, but in the long run, grape is also far more damaging than the false accusations. You could build yourself back up from false accusations, but you cannot mentally, emotionally. Some people do not come back from being raped at all.
Okay. I understand your point. However, I guess my question would be like, so you said a lot of men have been significantly harmed by false accusations. So I guess like what would be the like percentage of like what percentage of men do you think like have faced these unrolling challenges, and then like why do you think that that percentage constitutes like some sort of action?
Oh, I don't know anything about percentages. I won't pretend to know. Um, all I do know is there are articles where there was a gentleman that spent 8 years in prison based on a false accusation. I don't know his name. Um, I could go look up the article, but for the people in the comments, they could stop being lazy and go look it up as well.
So I guess like I'm kind of confused. So my prompt isn't really about like whether or not they exist because I'm aware they exist and I'm aware that like false convictions exist of any crime. And I
Mhm.
guess like my issue with that is like for when it comes to violent crimes, false conviction rates are much higher in every other aspect. Like, I'm pretty sure I could point to any other violent crime and it would be like a higher rate of, false convictions within
Oh,
that
you're right.
specific crime.
No, you're fully
Yeah.
right.
And so I guess like to me, it's just the fact that like it's such a minuscule harm, and also the fact that like, or a minuscule amount of people that are like going through that, and then also the fact that like, majority of people who are credibly accused never face any repercussions. So I guess I have a hard time believing that false accusations cause major harm to like, a mass group to where I should be concerned because of the fact that like people who are credibly accused don't have any sort of like long lasting repercussions.
Well, as I said, I fully agree with that completely. That does not dis this it does not discern away from actual false accusations at all either. Um, but grape is definitely a lot higher on the food chain than false accusations. Whether it's a violent one or not, oh, I had too many to drink kind of things, they're all horrible. There's no way that that's actually one of those things that should be okay in any way, shape, or form. Um, I tend to believe the victims, but I'm still gonna actually dig into it more before I even say yes or no to something, as anyone should. We live in a time where everybody has security. Everybody should have security cameras in their home, so there should be at least some sort of evidence there. But I do believe that the victims should be believed until they are proven that they're lying.
Well, so you said that like, there should be evidence for all of these things because people should have cameras inside of their home, but like I don't know, like honestly, how I feel about that. I really like. I think cameras in the home. It's a very like it's just not realistic. I don't think people are gonna, and even if people are gonna put cameras in their home, they're not gonna put them in areas where they know that they're like having sexual activity with their partners or whoever. And also, like obviously, like the bathroom too, duh. But like, I guess like I would push back on that just because like that's not. I don't think that's a realistic thing that's ever gonna happen.
I mean, to some people, it's unrealistic. I feel bad for the people that can't afford that kind of stuff. But we are also in 2024. Those cameras come very cheap and they're very easy to come by. Um,
I guess my question would be like, why would those be in your bedroom? But like, that's a whole different conversation. But to get
well,
back
I've
more
got a
on
good reason for that. I have guns stored in my bedroom. I have my security camera in my bedroom pointed at my gun safe. So
that makes
anybody who,
sense though. That makes sense though.
yeah,
But I guess
so I mean,
why would you point a security camera at like a bed? You know what I mean? Like, I don't
well,
think
yeah,
that's
no, not at
really.
a bed, but there's audio recordings. There's plenty of ways. Now, I'm not saying that's a perfect method or anything. I'm not discerning away from those type of actions. The whole thing is wrong to begin with. I would rather live in a world where I don't need to have that kind of stuff.
No, I obviously agree with you on like that part of it. Like, I would rather live in a world with blah 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 blah. But like when it comes to false accusations, I guess like I said, false convictions of any crime is a big issue. It's a major issue. But I guess like my pushback is that my prompt doesn't really say false convictions, because false accusations have been shown not to lead to false convictions, like 99 point whatever percent of the time. So I don't really think that like false accusations are the cause of the like false convictions. And then also even false accusations in and of themselves, like they're not causing people to experience long-term effects like rape and sexual violence. And so I
Yeah.
guess like that's why I don't really like say that they matter, because like I said, they're not causing long-term lasting effects. Like sure, you might lose your job in very rare circumstances, but like like I don't really think that that's a long-term effect that really matters and like I just don't like. I've been fired plenty of times and I've gotten jobs that were objectively better afterwards with no sort of like struggle. So I don't really think that that's like a big issue, I
No,
guess.
it definitely isn't. I was mostly speaking about the allegations that do lead to actual prosecution.
So do you think, I have a question for you, Tyler, do you think it would be um wrong? So in most cases, like whenever someone is being prosecuted for rape, it's not gonna lead to a guilty conviction. So I guess like the question would be, if this allegation is false and this person has a pretty decent chance of winning, seeing as they're a credible witness, their testimony is probably pretty credible, seeing as it never happened, and also the fact that there's going to be no sort of like evidence for it. Like, why would that be a negative? I only see that as a positive, that the judicial system is like doing what it's supposed to and like
So,
bringing justice to light.
Wow, you scared both of your opposition away, Mac?
Is anybody on this panel or in the comment section in the medical field?
No, why?
What do you want to know?
Well, I suffer tremendously from rectal itch.
oh
Now,
jeez.
I'm not trying to pay for the doctor's appointment plus the generic preparation H bottle. I'm looking for an alternative, sticking it.
Yeah, so I would suggest like
Stick your
maybe
finger up
getting.
your ass and scratch. It's not that complicated.
He probably has.
Arizona.
Probably
I'm in
has.
Arizona. It's a single party state. I'm looking at the comments right now. Arizona, single party state.
Bro probably has
Security
ringworm, or not ringworm. Sorry, pinworms.
But your
probably it sounds like it.
solution to false allegations cannot seriously be to audio and or video record the most intimate moments of a partner's life, right?
No, no, it definitely isn't. I'm just saying there's always some sort of countermeasure. If somebody was really, really that involved with worrying about it, if somebody was really, really worried about that, there's precautions they could take.
Well, I
Once
mean,
again,
but when you say really worried, I mean, again, at least 1 in 5 women are going to have it happen. So, like, I would argue that almost all women are worried it will happen.
and yeah, you're not wrong. They have very big reasons to worry about it.
Yeah,
The whole problem
sorry.
isn't going away.
The reason why I'm saying that is the solution you're offering would be for 165 million women in America, for example, or if adult women, you're looking at 10 million maybe. So what's you're not seriously suggesting 110 million women audio bug record their bedrooms, realizing that the grape is very unlikely to happen in their bedroom. It's more
Oh,
likely to happen.
absolutely not. No, that's definitely not what I'm suggesting. It's a
No, boy.
deterrent. It's a deterrent for that in their home as well as other deterrents. Once again, I have security cameras in my house for very big reasons. I'm not always home. I keep one in my bedroom pointed at a pew pew safe since somebody decided to lecture about words. But no, there's many different things that
No,
could be
no,
done as well.
no. I understand. What I guess what I'm saying is that grape is common, but not. It's not the most prevalent amongst partnerships, amongst husband and wives, right? And
Yeah.
so, if you're talking then in the other situation, I've never looked at stats, but I have always assumed that grape more often than not happens not in the woman's bedroom, but maybe I'm wrong. So it doesn't seem like it would be something that would be in their control. Even if you're talking about marriages, correct me if I'm wrong, I'd imagine it's probably the guy, just due to like stereotypical norms, who's setting up the camera and who likely has access to everything. And so if anything goes wrong, he could just delete it anyway. So like I don't even really even see how an audio recording is either practical or desirable.
It could be practical and desirable in certain situations. Not every situation. It's kind of like buying a car or a truck. It depends on what your situation is.
Yeah, but in what situation would it make sense for someone to go out and buy a camera to watch them masturbate every night when they go to sleep? Because that is what it would be doing.
OF girls.
Well, all if girls are not meeting up with men, they're probably less at risk, wouldn't you imagine?
I wouldn't know honestly. I actually work with a girl that has an OF and she does things with complete strangers. So that's where I'm getting my logic from is I actually know a female that was recently in that situation.
I mean, as a,
Mac, check.
What
Go
is
ahead.
the prompt asking? Sorry to cut you guys off.
That
Exactly.
grape. Do you know what a grape is, right? Take off the
Yeah.
letter. Take off the letter G because we're not allowed to say certain words on TikTok.
Not familiar with it.
Okay, so what do you mean? What is it asking? It's pretty clear what it's saying.
And I'm just trying to make sure I'm understanding. So you guys are saying that grape is more harmful than false allegations.
That's because they are.
I believe it's equal.
equal, wow. Do you think Trump is a rapist?
I would hope so. I don't like him. Well, I wouldn't hope because I wouldn't hope he's doing it to any woman, but he's
That's
a
a good way of
creep.
changing it.
Feel me? Like I wouldn't want him to be hurting any woman, but if he was, it'd be like I wouldn't be surprised.
Do you think he is?
Do I think he is? He could be. He's rich. He's full of himself. He has a lot of power. Those type of guys typically feel like they get whatever they want.
What about Brett Kavanaugh?
I'm not familiar with him.
Oh God. So Trump has been found civilly liable for SA of a woman, and Brett Kavanaugh had allegations against him while he was being nominated for Supreme Court justice. And obviously, Trump has been a former president, and Brett Kavanaugh did get a Supreme Court seat. So even with allegations, they were still appointed to very high positions politically. You think that's like what negative outcome are you saying these people have received?
I would feel like because any guy that, like, say for example, if I was accused of rape and I really didn't do it, there's gonna be people that don't believe me,
Even if you
whether or
have
not.
there's going to be people who don't believe her.
And that's
And I
bad
would
also. But that's why I
disagree
feel
more.
like it's equal.
You think someone being raped, the trauma and experience is equal to someone experiencing a false allegation?
Yeah, I'm a victim of this. I feel like I could speak on it.
I don't. I'm a victim of
Wait,
both, actually.
wait, you're a victim of, so, yeah, one second. Sorry, I can't, I'm just gonna call you O. You're a victim of which one specifically, Nate?
Man and woman, and I was underage.
And so you think that that gives you like qualifications to say that grape is
Nah, we just
objectively
talking. Nah,
the
it's not
same?
qualification. The question was
Well,
just
you
asked. Feel me? So I was just answering.
well you use it as a qualification. You were like, so I've been through this, so I get to say this. I
No,
just thought
because I'm
that that
saying
was
that
interesting.
because it has happened to me, da da da, and I know how serious it is. It's like I would never lie on somebody and say that they did that. Feel me? Because that's something. That's not something to play with.
So you recognize that you were traumatized from what happened to you as a child, correct?
Of course.
Like you agree that, okay, can you describe, if it's not too personal, what that trauma was, like how you believe you've been traumatized, how it's affected you?
I've been very sexual throughout. Oh, sorry about that word. I've
So
been very
hyper,
sexual,
hyper,
like
hyper sexual. Okay.
yeah.
Anything else?
Um,
Low self-esteem,
Nothing I
questions
could
about
think of on a.
sexuality, questions about
Nah, nah, I haven't really had those questions because I've always like women. Like that's always been my
self-esteem, self-value issues.
self-esteem. I've had self-esteem issues before. Feel me? I'm
Do
not
you,
gonna lie about that.
do you think
Definitely.
related to that?
Not definitely related to that.
Anything
Especially
else?
being a man, you're gonna think about that in certain types of ways.
Lack of trust in people? Anything like that caused by it?
Mm, well, yeah, definitely, especially with women, because it's the fact that that has happened to me with a woman, and I know most people don't perceive women in that manner. I don't trust a lot of women, especially having a child of my own. Like I trust them more than men, a little, only because men are more stronger, and it's like
Trust more men for
they'll.
what?
No, I said I trust women a bit more around my child than men, but I
Oh,
still don't
around your
trust
child.
women.
Okay,
Yeah, but I
understood.
still don't trust men. I mean, women because of the situation from when I was younger. Cause
And so what happened with regard to your false allegation that was harmful?
say that again.
I thought you said it. You've been on both sides, that you were raped and
No,
you
I
were
was
falsely
saying no,
accused.
no, no. I was saying the fact that that has happened to me, I would never lie
I, I,
on
I, I,
anybody, man or
I
woman, to say that
yeah.
they've done that.
I think most people would never lie, right? But the question is lying against a person as harmful as being raped? And I'm trying to understand. You've
I
been
don't know.
through.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said I feel like it's equal because I really don't know. But I know that I wouldn't want someone to say that about me because I know I would like
I mean,
the trauma and the pain that that
I'm just
causes.
gonna ask the
Imagine walking
question.
around.
I'm just gonna ask the question that everyone's been thinking. Make me, like, which would you like if you had to pick one? Which would it be? I'm sorry, like, I need to ask this question to see like how logically impaired you actually are. Like, if
I
you had to
don't know.
choose
That's what
one
I'm trying to
scenario to go
say
through, which would
because
it be?
no, look,
Wait, you're
listen to what
saying.
I'm saying. I'm
Wait.
telling you,
Wait,
I'm
mate.
listen. Let me finish, Irish.
No, wait. I just want
All
to make
right.
clear. You're saying that you right now couldn't choose that if I was to have a man walk into your house and grape you, or a man or a woman make a false allegation, you're saying you don't know which one you would choose? Really?
Yes, I'm being honest because I don't know the other
Crazy.
side of
Hold on,
what.
hold on.
Like, look, you got to look and understand. I have a child.
Hang on. I
Imagine it. No,
understand.
look. Let me
I
finish.
gotta
But
cut in
I
when you
have
guys are
a
done because there's
child.
a lot going on in the chat right now. They're
make,
defaming me. But
make,
finish
guys,
the line
everyone
of
in the
thought.
chat, stop it in the chat for 1 minute about O. Stop it in the chat. I don't want every shit getting derailed.
I
Stop it in
read
the
the
chat,
prompt. I was
please.
referring to what prompts you recognize me
Okay,
in.
that's fine. Just ignore it. Make, you don't know both, but you do know one. And you know that that one is very destructive, right? So when you say you don't know both, what you mean is you don't know one, but you do know the other. Now, the one you know is very, very bad. The other one
Yeah.
could be 50-50, right? You don't know, right? So if the other
How can
one,
it be 50-50?
because you don't know, it may not be a big deal or it could be a big deal. You don't know, right? You don't
I
know. You
know
said you
from
don't
no
know.
look, I've had people been lied on before, and I to this day I don't know, but I know I don't trust that person. Like my
I didn't
perception of
say you
that person
trust
has
them. I didn't
changed.
say we're talking about the harm. We're not talking about trust. We're talking about the harm, right? What I'm saying is
Yes.
you don't know how bad that would be. It may be not too big a deal. It may be bad. You don't know. It's a 50-50.
Now let me tell you. Let me tell you. Can I finish what I was saying earlier before you finish? I'm trying to tell you that I have a son. So say if you or one of the women on this
Answer the
panel,
question though.
I
Like,
did
cause
answer. I said I don't. I
no,
said
no,
I
no.
don't know. It's like you guys are
Let's
trying
answer
to
the
force me
question.
to give
If
a
You have to pick one.
you have to pick one,
how.
You have to pick one.
How can I choose? All right, let me choose after I finish my statement. I'll choose after I finish my statement.
sure, go ahead.
All right, I'm saying I have a son. I have a child. So if somebody was to come out the blue and say that I'm out here raping people, imagine how that's gonna affect my relationship with my child. Like that's the most important thing to me. So I might be willing to risk going through that situation I went through before again, just cause that's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. The
Gotcha.
fact that I already been through it, it's like I might be able to go through it again. Because I have a child, feel me, and I'm looking at it from that perception is if you tarnish my image like that, saying that like y'all if the topic is about grape, we know how serious that is, bro. Who on here wants to be called that?
Hey, can I chime in before anyone else gets in here? I've been waiting for a while.
Not sure.
I've been busting my shit in the chat for a while too. People seem to think they know me. They probably do not. I'm on a lot of lives a lot of the time, but certainly never been on this host live as far as I remember. Certainly not on this prompt. Both are harmful. Which is more harmful? Obviously, it's being a victim of assault of grape. It is traumatic. The effect that can have on you, if you have a child, it is substantially worse than if you are falsely accused. And let's be real, the statistics are in favor of people who are victims. Okay, the people who are falsely accused, a lot of them go on to have successful careers. Okay, they continue their lives. They go on as if nothing happened. So I don't understand what this argument is. And by the way, I've been both. I have been both a victim of severe coercion, and I'm going to get worked up, of severe coercion in my relationship, severe sexual abuse. I've also been falsely accused when I was in high school. Okay, one is far greater than the other. One completely impacted my intimate life. The other impacted my social sphere in a way which was quickly forgotten as I aged through the years. So, but both are not good. Both are not good. Which is worse?
But one is worse.
The answer is blatantly obvious.
I
I
mean,
have not gotten
Well, let me
over.
say this. I feel like
but
it's
it's
worse
not
No,
for
blatantly
hold
women.
on. I'm not
obvious.
done.
The other guy is
I'll say
very
it's worse
What
clearly.
is
for
blatantly
women.
obvious is
No, what I said was it's not
the
blatantly
abuse that I
obvious to the
went
other
through
guy, right?
is horrible, and I don't want that on anyone. And I got it mild. All right, I got it easy. Okay, people experience some severe shit, which will prevent them from being intimate ever again in any sphere, in any location, in any sense whatsoever. That is far more. They won't even want to have a child, let alone you have a child and then also have this like impact on the child. Like these people won't even get the chance because of how fucked up they are. And if you can't understand that, then I really don't get you. I really don't. Because and I'm going to be, I want to be in good faith here. I acknowledge any suffering you went through as someone who was falsely accused, and I'm just going to believe you outright, but it's, I was both. And I can tell you which was worse as someone who went through
But
it.
that's
So
what I'm
I'm gonna
saying to the
defer.
guy in the comments. I do like when it comes to my child and the, like people in my life. I do care about that more than my fit. Like it's not that I don't care about myself. But it's like I care more about the relationship I have with, because those are the people that keep me like alive and going. Feel me? Like
Wait, so
imagine a woman in my family.
So, what was the answer to the question?
yeah, you gave your monologue. So what's the answer?
Oh no, I said I'd rather be falsely accused, but you guys gotta understand where I'm coming from. Like I have
So,
I'm a
the
man,
right
bro.
answer.
Like that's why I said I feel like grape would be more harmful towards a woman than a man because I've actually, and it doesn't, like the way women go about it, I don't go about it. So I feel like it's more harmful towards women than men because I honestly could, like, it's like it happened, but I don't hate women because of it. I'm not out here saying it's all women because of one. Like I don't move like that the way women go about it. So I feel like it's worse for women and more effective towards women than men.
Well, he kind of semi touched
Are,
on something more nuanced than the conversation we're having now. But like, make me. So you gave the right answer, so good job for that. Whenever you said that you'd rather go through the second part of the prompt. Um, I think like most everyone should agree with that. Um, and but I don't know. Like you also said a bunch of crazy things. So
yeah, when you were making that consideration, were you considered you being raped by a man? Make me.
Um, I was. That's why I said I'd rather, cause like, of course, me being a man, grown man, I don't want to be raped by another dude. That's like that would be more probably traumatic now. Like it's nothing to laugh at, but come on, the
As men,
obvious
that's the
choice
most likely
is
thing to happen. By the way, if it's gonna happen, that is more
what?
than like
Wait,
they are the
what's
main aggressors
You're
against
more
both
than you're
genders.
more likely to be raped by a man than you are to be falsely convicted of a crime of a grape.
I don't know about that, but I would believe it.
yeah, I don't know
He's probably
about
right
that
though.
one.
No, I
Just
mean,
accept he's right for the sake of the conversation.
Nah, I will, but yeah, I'll just accept it.
Okay, that's the opposite of what I said.
I
But all
mean,
right.
I can also I can give you the actual stats, but the way that has been really quick for people to understand, you do understand that the vast majority of people who go to jail for grape will end up being sexually assaulted.
That much I know is 1,000,000% true.
That
Yeah,
is
so think
definitely
about
That's a
it.
true.
statistic that I'm familiar with.
Yeah, but then think about it. So if everyone who is caught falsely convicted gets graped, if one other person gets graped, that means men are
And they're in a
more likely to
complex
be
with the
graped.
same gender, right?
Yeah,
But I
that
was
means
thinking
men are more
about,
likely to be graped than they are to be
Yep.
falsely convicted. Like,
but
That's
look, the
yep.
I don't even need to give you
when
the
I read
FBI
the
stats.
prompt,
It's intuitive.
when
It
I
is.
read the prompt, I'm thinking about men that's actually in jail from like the 50s for something they didn't do.
That's
That's what I was
false.
actually thinking about.
That's false
You lost the plot.
convictions. That's false
Huh?
convictions. That's false convictions.
We're
No, but
derailing.
that's what
Because
I'm saying.
I know what you're.
Wouldn't a false conviction come from somebody lying, like a
It
false
could, but
allegation?
it could, but you have to think of it like a pyramid or think of it like a funnel, right? For every 100 false allegations, maybe for every 1,000 false allegations, maybe one leads to a false conviction, right?
Oh
And
no, I
so,
get that.
yeah. So when
I
you're
wasn't
saying,
arguing what's like more likely to happen. I'm just saying if one happened and one in another serial one happened, like it's just one on one. A girl gets raped and one guy gets lied on and he's doing the next rest of his life in jail for that and he didn't do nothing. I feel
yeah,
like
but
that's equal. Now I'm
it,
not arguing that women
It's definitely
um
equal.
that it
I mean,
happens more or
no,
with the
but
numbers and things like that. I'm not arguing that.
make me right when you say now you're changing the prompt to be would you rather go to jail for I think the average sentence for grape is 7 years. Would you rather go to jail for 7 years or would you rather be graped? I mean that's not what the prompt is because when it says
No, that's
false
I'm saying
allegation,
that's what
yeah,
I read when I read that's what came to my mind. Like you're actually doing the time for some and it's on your record. Like you gotta register and do all that's what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking about Trump and these dudes that's just out here wilding and the government's just pushing it under the rug. Like, I'm thinking about the average dude like me. Like, if a girl says that I raped her, there's a chance that I'm not Trump. I'm colored. I'm not white. Feel me? Like, so there's chances that I'm sitting up, missing out on time with my son and da da da. And it's like, and then when I get out, I have to register as this for the rest of my life. That's what I was thinking.
Well, now that we've cleared that up, do you have any issues with my prompt, Make Me, or anyone else on the panel?
What do you mean by men who worry about false accusations? What this? Because I just want to make sure I'm reading these
What?
things.
I would love to answer that.
Let's actually flip to another one. Tyler just dropped. God damn it! Because
I mean,
Tyler
I'd love to
Tyler
respond if
just
you don't.
referred to Mac. I don't know if you noticed. Tyler did
I know.
literally refer to females. That would have been a good one.
No.
Yay.
But I feel like he would be like willing to change his mind on that.
Sorry, hit the wrong button.
Tyler,
Thanks for coming back.
do you know that you're a red flag because you use the word females?
I did, and once again, as I said the last time we were on live together, I'm still trying to change bad habits and whatnot.
Where did
That's
you get
good.
that one? Where did you get that from? Because that's not Irish.
I got it from my mom, actually.
Who is
Well,
the
standards
American
don't come
side
from
of it?
ethnicities or
My
nationalities. Let's be
mom,
real.
my mom's
No,
Irish.
female is not a way that people in Ireland refer to people. It's very much not a way of doing it.
It's
No,
a male
it
thing, and
definitely
it's
it
all
didn't.
across Europe and the Western Hemisphere, my friend.
Yeah,
Say that
no,
again, Ob.
Obluda. You're
Yeah,
trying to
what'd you say?
refer to me.
What'd you say?
It's commonplace among all languages.
I'm sorry. Have you been to every country in Europe?
Yes, almost all. 60 to 80%, I think. When I
Okay,
took the international railroad that's there. My family's from Spain and Ireland, and
international
I have
railroad.
ancestry in Italy. I'm a full-bred European.
Okay, so in what countries do you remember people referring to women as females?
Every one of them that I've been to. I
Okay,
mean, as far as I know,
tell me where you
all
heard
of
it
the
in
Latin
Ireland.
ones. So Italy, France,
Tell me where you heard it
Spain.
tell me where you heard it in Ireland. Where were you in Ireland where you heard people referring to people as females?
In a bar.
Where?
It's a pretty anecdotal Like, you want me to tell you the exact bar?
I've been to every country in Europe multiple times. I've never
We're just comparing
ever heard
anecdotal
of
experiences
people.
here.
I know. So I'm trying to
I'm
understand
not
your
saying my
experience.
experience is fact.
I'm
I'm
just
saying this
asking
is
you.
this is what I've experienced and this is what happens.
I'm just asking you.
And I'm on your
Where
side.
in Ireland?
Let's.
All right,
All
to be
right.
clear, you're not on my side. I know a bad guy when I fucking smell one. You're not on my side, okay?
Come on, man.
You are a very insecure, bad guy.
I'm definitely not insecure,
Yeah, how
and
funny.
I'm very nice. I'm being pretty good faith
No,
here.
you're not.
So
You're a
before
bad
we
guy.
beef-
Would you like me to go into that?
Dude,
Would you
before
like
we
me to
beef,
expose you as a
we-
bad guy? It takes me
we
5
can
minutes
beef in a
usually.
bit. Hold on, Irish.
we're
We can
gonna
beef
be
in a
real if we
little
do
bit.
that. If you want to, you can. But I'm not a bad guy.
We can-
I'm gonna
So-
be honest. I don't know which one of you guys.
I
is
think
the
that
bad
was a
guy.
trap talk.
Bluda.
Let's let her.
Bluda? Whatever. Do you have an issue with my prompt? And if so, what would that issue be?
No, I came here arguing for your prompt. I've been talking here for like 15, 20 minutes now.
I know. So, Irish, do you want to do what you were doing, I guess?
No, I wasn't doing
All right,
anything. I was
Nate.
just asking
All
a
right,
question.
let me play devil's advocate. Why is it wrong to say females?
We just
Because
want to be
females are a very generalistic thing. Are you talking about a
Because
female
it's
dog, a
sexist.
female whale? Are you
Yeah, it has
talking
nothing to do with
about?
human beings.
Yeah,
I
there's
mean,
a big
we
difference.
say
It is
males. Well, I said
dehumanizing.
I would
males.
love Irish to push back on me on this and tell me why I'm a bad human being, by the way.
Of course you would, because you're very insecure and you have an ego. So when someone prodded
Dude,
at you, you want to
we
be
all have
able to
egos,
confront
but
me.
bro, I'm here in good faith and for fun and for
No,
good debate.
we all have egos, but not all of them are fragile. And when I
And
called you out,
mine
you
isn't.
felt attacked.
Mine isn't, buddy. The fact that you need to
So why
attack
do you
me
feel like
speaks
you
to
have to
more
establish
fragility
yourself?
than my need to explain myself.
That's just
We're getting
clocking it.
personal for no reason, and it's your fault.
When did I get personal?
Just now, when you were saying my ego was fragile, are you you got a memory of a goldfish, bro?
Can
I think
can
it's
you
an
guys answer
observation.
my
I don't think it's
question, please?
personal.
Can you guys clarify
Yeah,
the
Irish and I
accusation
would
thing?
destroy your question together if we could come together as allies, but he's too
Sure.
busy attacking me.
Irish,
You can respond to him then. Go ahead.
No,
He's
Oh,
gone.
okay.
All right, he's gone.
I want to
Whatever.
know, like, why are you guys beefing? Like, Irish, what's up?
No, I genuinely don't know. I specified a
Spidey
certain
sense.
consensus in Europe, which was the use of female, and he came at me, and it was literally just, you know, me fact checking a certain statement. We've agreed the entirety of the session
What
until
cities
that
did you
that
go to in
statement.
Ireland?
Say that again.
What cities did you go to in Ireland? Are you Googling?
No, I was in Dingle
Okay, I
mostly.
just asked what cities did you go to in
Hello?
Ireland? Well, hang on. Just
Can you
what
hear me?
cities?
Oh,
Well,
Wicklow
hang
does
on,
not
Tyler.
refer to them. Sorry.
Tyler, I just want to know what cities have you been to in Ireland where you
What country or
remember?
what city or
What
what
cities?
Ireland?
What cities?
Speak clearly.
What cities? I've asked the question 4 times
Yeah, I
now.
was
Would
in
have let you get
Dingle.
the
I
first
was
three.
in the
Where's
cliffs of
Dingle?
Moher.
The Moher. Okay. What's the cliffs of Moher?
It's it. Let me spell it out to you.
I know
It
how to
is the
spell it.
cliffs that are
What is
in
it?
Moher.
What is it? What are they
They're
famous
cliffs.
for? What are they famous
We
for?
camped out there.
Where are you camped at the cliffs?
Are you really gonna fucking dissect
I
my
asked you. You camped at the
traveling?
cliffs. You
No,
camped
no,
at the
be
cliffs,
serious
correct?
now, because
No, no, no.
you're
I'm just
this
going to
whole
expose.
basis.
Let me slow you down. I'm just going to expose you're a liar. I'm not going to criticize. I'm just going to expose you're a liar.
Okay, sure.
Tell me about the camping at the cliffs of Moher.
Let me ask you where you were in Europe. We
Tell
could
me.
flip this around all day.
Sure, we could, but let's start
Female,
with you.
don't
Let's start with you.
lie.
Why are you being so
The
insecure?
patriarchy
Relax.
exists.
Relax.
Female is the basis
Why are you getting
of,
overly
of
excited,
female
Ab?
degradation. It happens
Ab.
in all Western cultures.
Ah,
Okay,
sweetheart, why are you getting so excited? I'm just asking you, where did you tent at the cliffs of Moher?
the very edge of the southern border.
The very edge of the southern border of the cliffs.
Yeah,
Okay, so you were on the cliffs themselves. And how far was that from Dublin?
you're asking me to give you a mileage. Are you being actually serious right now?
You could say it in hours.
Are you being
could say it
actually
in-
serious right now?
I mean, sure.
No. We can engage in the actual point, or you can ask me mileage from where I camped
Sure,
on,
let me
on
ask
a
another question.
vacation.
What did you do? What'd you do in Dingle?
What did I visited my family.
And what'd you do in Dingle? Did you go see?
The main thing.
The main thing? Okay. Did you go see Fungi?
I don't know what that is.
Hang on, Mac. You don't know who Fungi is, no?
No.
I don't know. Tyler, do you know who Fungi is? You might not.
Dude, be honest with me right now. Do you think female is said in Europe or not?
So, Ab, anywhere else did you go in
The
Ireland?
answer is no.
Anywhere else you go in Ireland? Because so far you said that you camped.
Right. We can go to
Hang on,
Spain. We
Ab,
can go to France.
Ab,
We can dissect my
Ab.
entire exposure.
We're going to go country by country. So far, you said that you camped at the edge.
You gonna keep muting me, or you
No,
actually want to
just-
have a
are you-
discussion
yeah,
on
just don't
whether or not
interrupt me.
Dude, we're talking
on.
about something so
Hang on,
stupid.
just don't interrupt me.
No, you're
said-
muting me and interrupting
so far
me mid-sentence.
So far, you've claimed to camp at the
Oh
edge.
my god, dude!
So far,
Nah, dude,
you-
I'm gonna leave.
you about to run like a little bitch 'cause you got
point,
called out?
I'll give you 30 seconds to get the point. I'm just gonna
Sure, you're lying about being in Ireland, and you're too insecure to
No,
admit it
I'm
because
really
you got
not.
called
Prove
out.
it- prove it
and
right
that's
now,
how I know
and
you're
I'll
a bad
leave.
guy.
Prove it
The
right
other
now,
reason
I'll
I knew
leave.
you were a bad guy
Prove
was that
it
you said
right
that you've been to
now,
lots of
and I'll
countries in
leave.
Europe,
I'm waiting.
which means to me that you
I'm
very
waiting.
likely have never even been to many countries in Europe
I'm
whatsoever.
waiting. I'm
Great.
waiting.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go in Poland?
I didn't say I went to Poland.
Okay. Where'd you go in Sweden or Norway?
I went to the Dutch Express in Norway.
Okay, where's that located, in north or south?
You're just gonna dissect my entire traveling then.
You've been there, right? It's not that hard. I know all the
Well,
places
you've
I've been
been
to.
there, right? You've been there. Where have you been in Europe?
Name it.
Okay.
The only countries I've never done extensively are Spain, France, and southern Italy.
Oh, those are the places I've been to the most.
Oh, don't
We have
worry. I'll probably
completely
still.
opposite travels.
No, don't worry. I've still been to Barcelona, Madrid. I've been to all the main ones. I have an apartment on the north side of Spain, so like you
Dude,
can ask me questions.
I appreciate your fact checking and wanting to know that someone is claiming true to what they believe in, but you're derailing this conversation to
I'm
an
not.
extent.
No.
Listen,
You asked
listen.
me, how do I know you're a bad guy? Isn't that the question? I know you're a
No,
bad guy
You
because any
called me
guy
a
who
bad guy
claims.
before you even said you knew
And
it.
you
So that's my whole point.
you asked me why,
No,
and I'm
you
telling
called it.
you,
You called me that
insecure
before you even
men
started
claim to
asking
know
the
things
questions.
they don't know
So the
about.
point is
I
is
don't
that
think you're a
you are
feminist.
being
I
bad
don't think
faith.
I don't
You
think you're a
don't actually want
feminist.
to argue
I
the
don't
point.
think you
You don't
believe
actually
in
want
any
to
of the
argue whether
talking
or not
points.
female has been said.
I don't think you believe in the talking points. I don't think you're a feminist. I don't think you came in here in support at all. I think you're a low-grade troll bitch, is what I think.
Sure. Agreeing with everything up until one point you disagree with,
Mm-hmm.
and then muting me multiple times, and then completely dissecting my internationality is, yeah, that's totally
Your
that's totally being a
internationalities?
troll. All right, buddy. I'm gonna leave the
Are you
live.
about to run like a coward because you
Host.
got
This seems
exposed?
to be your boy
Because you've
here.
never left the United States in your entire life and you feel
No.
pathetic about
I
having
lived
no
in
real
Spain
travel
most of my
itinerary?
entire life, but all
What
right.
city? Is this your one claim to Is this your one claim to Spain? Is you went there one time but you've never been to the rest
No.
of Europe?
My father was from Spain. He's a first generation immigrant, but all right. We can continue to
Great. What
dissect.
city in
We
Spain?
can.
Sure, what city in Spain?
Valencia.
Great. Have you been to the Arches about 80 miles north?
Yes, I have.
What is it called?
Las Argas.
It's a Roman name.
I just told you.
Nope. What's
That's
it
what the
called?
Valencians of my city call it, or my town.
Okay.
De la
Have you ever been?
De la
Have you ever been?
Malvarosa. Okay,
Have you ever
you have
been
no
to
idea what you're talking
Madrid?
about.
Have you ever been to Madrid?
Once or multiple times through an
Okay.
airport,
Do
but
you know
not really. I
Barcelona
haven't
better?
actually like explored it. I wish I had.
Do you know Barcelona better?
Not really. I've been to like the Gaudi and
All
stuff.
right, Luna,
Really
do
not
you
that
want to
much.
ask him about France since he said Spain
Yeah,
and
I'm
No,
France? He
you
doesn't
can
know
ask me
much
more
about
about
Spain.
Valencia, my
I'm
my hometown, but all right.
so curious to know where in France have you heard people use female to refer to women?
Paris.
That's a lie. I'm sorry. I have lived 28 years in France.
You've
Well, that's not a
never
lie.
heard it even once.
Not because we use it strictly for any other animal but
I've
human
heard it
beings.
degradingly, and that's agreeing to your point. The whole point is
No,
that
no, 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 no,
it's a
no, no,
patriarchal
no, no, no,
idea.
no. They use
You're
other
lying.
words, but the word that translates to female is not used in the context of human beings ever. It's always about biology and specifically about animal biology. And like when we refer to a cat or a cat or a dog as a male or female dog or cat as an adjective, it's never ever used.
A degrading adjective towards humans.
It's not ever used because if anybody used female in French, which is femelle, they would look at like you. They would look at you like you're a weirdo. Like I'm not kidding.
Because it is weird. That's the whole point of the argument.
No, but
No, because it's not even known
in a
as a.
degrading way,
Yeah.
they would not be using it. I'm just like, oh, I've lived my whole life in France. I
You
know
definitely know more than I do. I'm not.
zero,
I'm
never,
not a
never,
French speaker.
never.
You're not a
I've
French
never,
traveler. What are you
No, I
talking
am.
about?
Yeah, you're a French traveler. I'm a French speaker, and I was born and raised in France.
Hang on. Remember when I said that I haven't done France extensively, right? And you were like, "Oh, that's a shame because France is the one I know the most." Where have you gone outside of Paris?
Yeah.
Come on, educate us, Ab.
Where? Cause
Are you cutting out? Is your Wi-Fi breaking up?
I'm so.
Oh, did you have to leave, Ab?
Crazy.
Did you have to leave like an insecure little bitch boy? I will always smell you. Fee fi fo, you dumb. God damn it. Well
Oh my
done,
god,
Minna.
he
Thank
is
you for
just
the
straight up
assist.
lying. Like genuinely, people, if you ever use female as a degrading word for women in France, like people,
It's not,
everybody,
no.
even like misogynistic people will look at you like you're a weirdo. Like even like misogynistic people. So he's simply just wrong.
He's
That's
not wrong, he's lying. There's
he's
a
lying.
difference.
Yeah.
Wrong is accidental, lying is intentional,
Ah,
and that's where the insecurity comes from. He clearly has nothing of actual. People who lie about that kind of stuff just feel like they have to say that stuff to sound stronger, sound more important, sound like they're bigger than what they are. It's pathetic.
I know, it's crazy. That's all. I came up just for this because he was
Yeah,
pissing me off.
I'll drop you on back down. I really
Thank
appreciate the
you.
assist. Thank you. And to everyone in the comments who was like, I'm being rude and that like he didn't say anything wrong. I get it. Sorry. Sometimes I just like, I don't know. I just can't resist. Jojo, what's your take? He didn't do anything. Saki, he was literally saying everything right. He didn't say anything wrong actually, but there was something he did. In my Discord, if you want to guess what it was, where it can be more sensitively suggested, feel free. Jojo, what's your take?
Yeah. I agree with, I guess, the victim blaming one. I don't think you should be blaming the victim, you know. But I think men do have a right to worry about false accusations. And also, I've never, at the end of the day, I'm not a woman, but as far as what I've seen in my life experience, no one has really been offended as far as either being called a male or a female or anything like that. I understand the history behind the term female and stuff like that, but I mean, I don't know. Me personally, I don't necessarily think that's too big of an issue. And if it is a big issue, I don't know why the only time I really hear this topic is on TikTok. I don't really see women really, go on to any government trying to change this type of, change the type of, the wording, whether it's on government documents or whether it's at the doctor office or anything like that. So I don't think it's a big
Well,
deal.
just to be clear, when we're talking about female, it's not about like that. It's much more so about, the type of person who goes to his friend's house and it's going to be a party and he says, and he arrives at the party and it's like, dude, where's the females at? Or when someone says, they're talking about body count, yeah, I've got a lot of females. Or when someone says, let's hit the club and find ourselves some females. That's what's being talked about, to be specific.
Yeah, so I would argue that female is typically used as an adjective. Like if I were a doctor and I was going to say I'm going to go see my 10 female patients, that makes sense because you're describing the noun. But when men use it as a noun, I would argue it's not only bad grammar, but just dehumanizing.
Okay. So I have a question. I know y'all not black or anything, but let me ask you: how do you guys feel about like the N word being used? Like, oh, it's okay for certain people to use it if they're being if they're using it in the correct form or they're a specific type of people. Or do you guys feel like it shouldn't be used at all? What do you guys
I'm
feel?
confused. What do you mean the correct form? Sorry, I'm so confused.
Not
And
the
Black
correct.
Hammer, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah. I
Jojo, what do
guess.
you mean?
Yeah, I'm trying to. How do I put this together? Like, how do you put it? Like, do you guys feel like it should still be used overall? Like even if it's even if it's in context, or do you guys think it should you shouldn't refer to anybody like that,
I, I
regardless of
I'm not sure I understand what you mean. What are you talking about?
like? So if I call you a BAN word, right? Or if I call you a BAN word, or or I'm just calling you just regular, like, yo, what's up, my
Sorry, are
N
you talking
word.
about white people using it, or are you talking about
I'm
black
talking about
people using it?
everyone using it. There's everyone using it.
I don't understand that. It should be obvious by now that if you ain't black, don't use that word.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, and in terms of like whether or not black people should use it, I kind of defer to them.
Yeah,
No,
I
I was
don't see.
assuming Black Hammer was black people. Said Black
Yeah.
Hammer.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
okay,
but I mean,
cool.
my answer would be, yeah, exactly that. Like, I don't see why any white person would have to say it. And then as for black people, like, I assume they're able to figure it out for themselves whether or not it's appropriate or not. Like, I put that down to like a community policing thing.
Okay, okay. Do you guys have a
Like,
problem with like females, females say it to each other, or women say it to each other?
I've
and
never heard a woman say females.
I've never heard.
Really?
No,
It's
Again, female as an adjective is fine, but as a noun is dehumanizing.
Okay, so it's just more so of the way men say it that you guys have a problem with, not just not the actual term. It's just the way that it's used.
I mean men are the only ones saying it.
Right, I would actually say like a more analogous example would be like when people used to just say blacks rather than black people.
So it's the way that if you weren't aware, you should, and you're a girl, you should definitely go get the Christmas hair gloss from Target because my hair is so soft right now. Sorry, I just blow dried it and I was like thinking of it. Like, guys, it's a need. Anyways, sorry to interrupt.
now back to our regularly scheduled programming.
No, it's so soft. My hair is so soft. It feels so good. And it like it's darker now, which I like, obviously.
And now we're doing hair product placements, Mac.
It's so good. Like it's genuinely so good. But
Wouldn't it
anyways,
be funny if that's how you started making money on TikTok? If like just randomly you started just talking about random products and we're all just like, oh, it's one of Mac's random off things, but it's actually secret product branding that you have deals on? I would like that. Jojo, if you're trying to suggest like the idea that if black people can say one thing, why can't white people? If women can say one thing, why can't men? Is that sort of the argument you're going towards? Because women don't use the word females. They're not fighting to use that word.
No, yeah, they're not fighting. I don't really see men fighting to use that word. I think men's defense too is just like something like
Men are fighting to use that word. They are fighting with their entire soul on the line every time I come on here.
Well, I could also argue too that women also say the word female to each other. Like, I mean, just because you haven't heard it doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
You could argue it, but you'd be lying.
I mean,
It's
do I
not.
think that women internalize misogyny? Sure, but I don't like what do you understand the argument that's being made?
No, yeah, I
That
I understand you guys. Yeah.
Do
No,
you
I understand you guys' point though. Yeah, for sure.
do you agree?
I guess. Yeah, you could say that.
Great.
Real quick though, before I go, do you guys clarify the whole like victim blaming thing? Because I agree when you blame a victim over like just blame period. Yeah, but like what if you could go in depth on the victim blaming?
Victim blaming is when you say that the victim has any culpability or responsibility for what happened to her or him.
And another way it would put it is that after someone's grape, any impulse to give advice to them on how to avoid grape or how any of their actions may have contributed to the grape.
Okay, so more so towards that. Okay. So
Well, it's the same thing Black Hammer had said, but it's just a slight translation or...
Yeah.
Black Hammer gave a good definition. I like it.
He did, but I didn't think it hit. That's the only reason why I put it in a slightly different way.
Man, I feel like I agree and I disagree at the same time.
I thought you might.
Because I kind of look at it like this, right? It's about like when it comes to the whole, I guess, rape thing or harassment thing. Like me, I'm looking at it like this because like me, I'm from California, from the Compton area, and like when I look at people that put themselves in situations, right? Like let's say it's like a Crip and a Blood, right? For example, right? And a Crip, he's talking big mess. He's walking in territory he's not supposed to. What is the probability that something is going to happen to him? That he's going to be unalive?
It increases.
Right? It increases, right? So,
can you give me an example of like a woman doing something that's analogous to that?
Or she going someplace she's not supposed to go to.
You said going someplace she's not to go to. So
Well,
it's
because
yeah.
Jojo, like, just to help you understand why that sounds so silly, the analogy to that would be a woman walking naked into a community of all registered sex offenders, right? That would
No, don't
be
get me
directly,
wrong.
well, that would be directly analogous, right? And that also is not what happens in terms of when a woman gets raped, right? A woman's not walking naked, i.e., displaying, just like the crip maybe, into
Yeah.
a community where everyone wants to do the bad thing, right?
Well,
Right,
I mean,
right. But
I
line of
hold on. That's not completely though, because just because you walk into a blood territory doesn't mean that all people in that area are blood. You
right,
know.
right. You know, to me, all I hear is like if you leave the keys of your really expensive car in a neighborhood where it's likely to get stolen, is that your fault? And then I always ask men, like, what do women do that is equal to that analogy? And they can never give it to me. So, what is a woman doing that is equal to her being a blood going into crypt territory?
So I wouldn't say like exactly equal, but I guess another example would kind of be like let's say if you're into if you're a sex worker, or maybe like I said, I agree or disagree on this topic, or maybe you're putting yourself out there a little bit too much, and you walk into an area where it's maybe a knowingly bad area, and there's like 90 or 80% men over there, right? And you knowingly go or walk into that area, knowing its reputation and things like that. I'm not saying at all. Obviously, men should all be, because every time I say this, everybody's like, "Oh, wow, you're blaming the victim." No, I believe every man should be held accountable regardless.
There you
But
go.
I'm also saying, hey, it's not safe to go into these areas, and regardless of the situation, whether it's the blood
Wait,
situation, whether it's
I'm
that
sorry.
situation.
Are you just saying it's not safe to go into areas where there's a lot of men?
No, I'm saying the high probability that something will happen. Like, yeah, it could happen. Like at the end of the day, I'm a realist, so I mean, it would happen.
Wait, but you're incoherent in your examples. Like, I even think if you are a sex worker, you should not experience rape. Like, what does that have to do with anything?
No, no one said you should experience rape. It's just something that could happen as a result of that.
Okay, but aside from like a military morgue, where can you go in the world where 80% of the people are just men?
You say
Like,
eighty
what's his?
percent.
Isn't that what you
Well,
said? If they go
Yes.
into a community, like, where are they going? Where it's 80? Are they going to a gay club? Because I imagine they're pretty safe there.
I'm probably not a gay club. It could be anything. It might be a night where shoot, there's a
Okay, but
freaking.
what other area does a
Wait,
woman
where?
know? What other area does a woman know that she's going to that will have 80% men?
Shoot, it could be down the block. I stay on
So
the block.
women should not go to football games, right?
You said women should go to football game. I didn't say that.
I don't know, but I kind of assume more men go to football games. I don't actually know that, but I would guess. So, like, that's a place where there'd be mostly men. Should or women not be allowed to go to football games to avoid being raped? Or are they asking for it by going to a football game?
No, that's a different environment. No.
Yeah, so what's the
Yo,
80% environment?
What
That's what
about
I'm
a
trying to
frat
understand.
party?
you said a frat party?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a great chance there. I don't know too many people raping people at a football game, but yeah, a frat party could be one. I heard a lot of stories about that.
So women shouldn't go to frat parties.
I'm not saying that you should. You should listen. I guess my whole point is you should understand the risk going into certain areas, regardless.
Can
Right? We're
you
going.
can you tell me like where the unsafest place for a woman is when it comes to sexual assault?
You said the unsafest.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't know that. I'll be honest with you.
Well, I mean, it's on the screen.
Oh, okay. Can you tell? I really got bad. I got bad eyesight, so it's kind of hard
It's
to
her
read.
home.
You saying by the family?
It's her home.
Okay.
The second place is on her way to work. So it's usually in transportation, like when she's going from home to work.
Okay.
So I'm curious why you think like frat parties, places where there's 90% men.
Where would you guys? Where'd you guys get this one?
That's from Rain?
You said from Rain.
Yeah.
Oh, rain.org. Okay. .org. Okay. I would look. I'm not saying you're lying at all, but I would do some more research on that. I would do some more research on that myself before I say anything on that.
Well, to me, it's on the screen.
If I told you
I
this
know, but
is, if I told you
use
this
a .org
is,
site though.
what do you think .org means?
.org. Well, usually I use like .gov websites and stuff like that, like
You know
FBI.
what Rain stands for?
You said, huh?
You know what Rain stands for?
No.
Okay.
So you may not be aware, but this website and this organization is considered the foremost expert in terms of stats on this topic.
Yeah.
And there's no reason for us to not believe them. And so, assuming there's no belief or no reason for you not to believe them, and assuming that you don't find any contrary facts to suggest otherwise, what do you make of this? This is not what you
Yeah.
expected, I'm assuming.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying you guys are lying at all. I'm just saying I would like to do more research. But I mean, that is a like I wouldn't like I said, I wouldn't deny that if it's 100% true. Yeah.
Right. So I guess my question to you is, do you think that you have a comprehensive understanding of how rape and assaults occurs?
Yeah, sure. If you're basing it off of a stat, yeah.
So why are you portraying it as something else?
No, I was talking about. So my whole argument wasn't that all women that are experienced SA are going into these spaces, going to frat parties and things like that. I can acknowledge that it happens in a lot other different places. So I mean, that's not my argument because that's what you're trying to point.
What is your argument if I'm misunderstanding?
So my whole argument was just like for certain situations, and this goes across the board. It's not just SA. It's just that hey, if you are if you know that you're in a place where it probably doesn't have the highest and most reputable reputation, and it could possibly put you at risk, you probably shouldn't.
So your
Okay.
argument is it's all men?
Oh, can you say that again? I'm sorry.
I just feel like your argument is it's all men.
Sure, if you want to say that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie though. Teachers have been killing it over in California. Jesus Christ, these women teachers, they've been going at it.
What do you mean by that?
There's been a lot of essay over the past few years against these kids. As far as what I've seen, I don't have the statistic for it, but as far as what I've seen so far, a lot of these women have been doing that. I'm not taking anything away from men. So guys, don't say anything. I'm doing that. I'm just saying lately.
I mean, why
Well,
did you bring it up and describe it as killing it? Like that
there's
just.
even an echo.
Oh, let me drop and come back.
Even though teachers are predominantly women, 83% of essayers are men. I believe 63 are teachers, and the rest are either are coaches. So even in female-dominated industries, men are still the majority of essayers.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not here to, like I said, I'm not here to agree or disagree with you. Like I said, I'll look some more into it. But I do appreciate you guys' perspective on it.
Okay.
Okay.
Daddy better make me show you better. Help me, fuck me.
hell? You know what I'm annoyed about? I'm annoyed that I am having to do this complete waste of time fucking assignment. And the reason it's a waste of time is because we have to use a service called Cengage for like all of our classes. And our instructor, hold on 1 second, 3 billion. Our instructor turned on the like get to know Cengage course. And so now I have to fucking sit through this stupid ass how to use Cengage, even though I already know how to use it. And it counts for a grade. And it's pissing me off because it's just a fucking waste of time. And I don't want to waste my time sitting here doing something that is irrelevant and I don't need to do it and it's time consuming. Like, why the fuck are there, multiple, like this assignment alone that I'm doing? And here's the thing, I have to do it twice because I'm in both macro and micro economics right now at the same time, and literally the same exact assignments in both classes. So I'm having to sit through this shit 2 times for no fucking reason. For no reason. It's so annoying. Like, this is so stupid. This has nothing to do with micro or macro economics, and yet I'm having to sit through let me just estimate real quick, a 30-point quiz on how to use this fucking application, and it's really pissing me off, and it's stupid. And I have to do it twice, and there's 2 different assignments that I have to do, both of which have like 30 questions. Bullshit. Anyways, that's my rant. I'm fucking pissed off about it. I'm trying to find a Quizlet, but I can't really find anything.
Okay.
All right, so let me go ahead and speak. The man is speaking, so I need y'all to listen up, all right? I'm reading that thing you have on your thing. The majority of sexual assaults occur at or near victim's house. BS.
It says home, not house.
Victim's home. BS. Listen here, okay? You make my steak medium rare and listen up, okay?
I'm listening.
All right. Some bullshit you got some over there. These are like some Harris supporters right here. All right. It happens everywhere, not near the victim's house. Sometimes it happens under the bridge too. Happens everywhere. So where the fuck are you getting these facts?
Right, it doesn't say all. It says the majority.
Nah. It says majority. It says that's false news right there.
Right, so you didn't prove it was false news.
Listen,
You
I'm
just said
not
no.
done speaking. Listen to the man when he speaks. All right.
Why?
I think he's trolling.
Question.
I know.
So what does everyone think? Hold on, someone help me decide if it's even worth it to do these stupid assignments. Because this is gonna take me way too long, and I just simply don't want to.
Forget these assignments.
So someone help me decide. So
Get
our
to the
classes
kitchen.
worth. Hold on, bro. Our class is worth like I would say there's overall 1,050 points to be given out, and the first assignment is 42 points. Second assignment is 59 points. Should I actually do this?
I only
What
wanted
would
to
my
join just to say, I only wanted to join the live just to say, God loves all y'all. Yeah, y'all was talking over me, so I was just patient about
I
it.
don't want to do this. I literally don't want to do this. I'm not, like, this is so bullshit. It's,
Well,
why? Literally, why?
gotta-
Hold on, I'm going to show you guys what this is, because this is just stupid, and it's fucking pissing me off. Hold on, let me do that. Let me delete that.
While she does that, y'all bitches need to be in the kitchen right now making yo man your food.
So, can you shut up?
Change my tire.
See, you say it's an easy A, but it's not. It's not an easy A because I don't want to read through all this shit. I don't want to, and not only do I have to do it once, I have to do it 2 fucking times. So why am I having? No, but it's like the questions are randomized, so you do have to read it twice because all the questions, like, they're all randomized, and it's not the same shit. So, for example, why am I having to figure out, like, why do I give a fuck about different fucking laws? Irish, you have an echo.
I mean, part of this is college.
Why
right?
do I have to learn the fucking graphs tool? Like, I know how to graph. This also isn't math class. This is fucking microeconomics. Like, why are we doing that? Yes,
well,
this
there's
is
an
college.
economic graph.
I don't care. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. I don't care. It's frustrating and it's stupid and I have to do it twice and I don't want to. I'd rather just forego the 90 points that these two assignments are going to bring me and not have to deal with it because this is stupid. Like, why?
Fucking
Well, I
education.
mean, there's a lot of things you do in college that you don't want to.
It's stupid. Like, this is so dumb. The past 2 days that I've gone to this class, hold on, let me explain. The past 2 days that I've gone to this freaking class, I have sat through the macroeconomics lecture just to go sit through the same exact lecture that's happening in micro. It's the same exact fucking thing. I'm not even kidding. Same exact everything. Professor, same exact classroom, same exact lecture. It's literally a waste of my time. But you know what I can't do? I can't skip the second class because if I skip the second class, then he counts off for attendance and then he starts taking my points away. Bullshit.
Are you still dating that guy?
Bullshit. Huh?
Are you still dating that guy?
That's so random. Yes, I mean I want to be, but like not really.
I mean, well, that's a waste of time. So, I think we can like weigh our.
That's
Yo, Irish. Why you're wasting your time, man?
I need to process
Alright,
what was just said. That's
you should be in the
insane.
kitchen right now, like Kenzie. Y'all should be making my meal.
Danny, what do
Don't
you like
get
to eat, Danny?
He likes to eat dick. Anyways.
I told her her man's a waste of time, and she's like, "That's crazy." And then she's like, "You like to eat dick? Bye."
I'm just like, well, so I don't do that though, Kenzie. That's the thing. I don't do that. I don't engage in that.
What? Oral
But
sex?
no, I don't do that.
I'll be back as soon as this is over.
I didn't know we were going there, man. Like,
Well, you're the one who said it. You're the one who brought it up.
I just said it's funny that I say like dating your man is a waste of time, and then you double down and you're like telling that guy like he's dick, and I'm like, why is mine outrageous but yours isn't? And then you're like, oh yeah,
I thought you meant it in a different way. So yeah, basically TLDR, I'm PO'd and I'm mad and I'm fucking mad about it. But Irish, come back up. I'm done talking about eating that.
You know, I don't know
Like,
if you
this is
saw
stupid.
Nikki Glaser. I don't know if you saw Nikki Glaser's stand up, but she says that women who like it are good at it and women who don't are bad at it.
I just don't like it. So say what you want about that, but I don't really care.
Just a theory, just a theory.
So yeah, so why am I having to read all of this simply for how many points is this for? 4. Why am I having to read all of this for 4 fucking points? You're fucking joking. Like, I'm not doing this. I'm not gonna fucking do this. Like,
Yeah, just give up. Go back in the kitchen and make babies. That's all you guys are good for.
Is that where you make babies? Is the kitchen?
I guess so.
I do have a big pot.
See, people are saying it's easy and it's just reading, but I don't want to do it. That's the problem. Like, I don't want to do this. It's a waste of my fucking time. All of this is a waste of my time. I've already spent 2 hours doing homework for both of these classes today on things that, you know, like the stuff that I already did was things that are actually going to be helpful to the course. So I did that homework first because that's actually helpful to the course and I need to know those things. I already spent 2 hours doing that. Why the fuck am I having to spend probably an